This is your meeting minute for the February 3rd Select Board meeting. Former Fire Chief and current Emergency Management Director, Eric Wilking, returned to Exeter to present an update on the town's hazard mitigation plan. FEMA requires every municipality in the country to develop and maintain a plan to identify and evaluate the risks posed by natural hazards.
This plan identifies mitigation strategies for a number of different natural hazards. And I might just indicate here, in the letter we received, there's also a possibility, and I'm not sure the level of funding possible, but because the dam has been identified as a high hazard dam, funds could be made available.
The board voted unanimously to approve the plan. After that, Darren Winham, the Economic Development Director, presented a proposal to reactivate the TIF Advisory Board. The board advised Mr. Winham to make some edits to the document and come back for select board approval at another meeting. Up next, the board recapped the deliberative session.
I think all the articles will go on the ballot as written, if I'm not mistaken, with the exception of one of the citizens' petitions that was slightly revised.
I think that the descriptions were well, and the articles were well written, that there wasn't really a whole lot of explanation to do. You know, people were nodding their heads. Yeah. The comments were, I'm going to vote for this, and then they just wanted more information about our future choices. Mm-hmm.
We really worked hard to not load a lot onto this warrant, given that the town just approved the new public safety complex.
The ballot's going to look long, but you will also notice on it many of the articles say no amount to be raised by taxation.
Mm-hmm. Then the Finance Director, Corey Stevens, updated the board on the status of town projects receiving grants or funding from the federal government. The status of these grants are up in the air after the Trump administration announced a pause on the dispersal of these funds. While this is still a fairly liquid situation, after hearing from grant partners, Mr. Stevens reported on projects that are at risk of not receiving funding.
Ones that I think really could be on the chopping block, the solar array, that may or may not survive in the long run. That's almost $1.3 million. Some of the historic preservation grants, the energy efficient block grant for $200,000. I got an email saying we're in a pause until we understand more from the administration where this is going. Pickpocket Dam, the $2.1 million grant opportunity that we're going to be looking at. Let's hope that sensible, good projects like that are out there will continue to be supported. EV charging station grant for $96,000. I'm not sure about that. Railroad Ave intersection improvements grant for over $1 million. No reason to think that a program like that would be pulled back, but again, we don't know what the priorities are at this point.
We have been doing this form of self-government here in Exeter since 1638. That precedes the federal government by nearly 150 years. So we've been at this a while, and we did it without the federal government for 150 years almost, and we will continue to do this no matter what is happening at the federal government level. We are dedicated to the process of governing ourselves as a town, and we'll continue.
The next board's meeting will take place on Tuesday, February 18th in the Novak Room. We'll see you there.